showtime.
Well, hello there, YouTube world. We are 100% live right here on the Scarlet Lady. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, Robert, aka The Tallman. This is my lovely wife and co-host, Lisa, aka Mrs. Tallman. As I mentioned, we are coming to you live right now from our cabin 14302Z here on the 14th deck of the recently renovated Scarlet Lady. Just came out of dry dock. And so this is a view. We sort of got off track here right away, but that is a look right outside of our balcony right now here on the Scarlet Lady. What you just missed is we were at a dead stop because we had another medical evacuation this evening. And so there you have it. We are at least moving. We are right off the coast of Florida. We stopped basically just outside of Key West to let the Coast Guard come and help aid that passenger. So we are going to be talking about Deck 7 and the inside and outside. Actually, we're not going to talk at all. We have video of it, so here you go. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, Lisa and I, we're on a Virgin cruise ship. We're on the Scarlet Lady. As you can see, we're on Deck 7, which is completely public space. We are standing in the forward elevators and stairs. And as you notice, there are no deck plans. That is one thing about Virgin we don't like. There's not a deck plan anywhere visible around, which is what a lot of people use to sort of get their bearings when they first get on a ship. To give you sort of a sense of where we are, the front of the ship is right here. Okay, as you can see, that's the red room. We like to stay to the right and then circle around, but we'll start on this side and then circle back, because we are towards the front of the ship. Now there was a restroom on the other side, which was a women's. We'll show you that again in a minute. Here's men's and women's. And this is an accessible bathroom, I believe. Is just a crew door. And that's a crew door. As you see, it's an entertainment office. We've already looked at the red room from downstairs. Or at least want to show you the upstairs. So here it is from the upstairs area. Remember this, if you didn't watch the other video from Deck 6, these chairs, they all slide into this thing we're standing on. And so this whole area becomes open if they're doing sort of a standing only or an immersive type show where you're sort of part of the show. These chairs will just disappear, which is fantastic. There's also seating areas back behind there. Same on the other side. So there is your Deck 7 red room. So we continue to stay down this side. There is access to the outside. We'll share that with you in a different video, but you can walk all the way around on the outside on Deck 7. This area here is called the Groupie. What the Groupie is, this is a karaoke room. And so you can come down here on sale day. There's like a sign-up sheet for you to reserve times. The purple room, the pink room, or the blue room, right? This holds 2 to 4 sailors. We'll show you what that looks like. But anyway, you go in here and you sing karaoke. And a little bench, I'll have microphones out and the music and the words come out there. Just note, it is not 100% soundproof. The reason I say that is some people are shy about it, which is why they have these separate rooms. With the purple room, 8 to 10 sailors. So you can see much bigger room. The purple room. By the way, it's not dark because it's just nighttime. 4 to 6 sailors. There's a lot of spaces here on Virgin that are a little bit darker than most cruise ships you will see. And this is the pink room, obviously. Guess you would never guess that. There you go. There's your groupie for you karaoke singing folks.
So that is it. We can't go any further forward this side. If we wanted to go to the outside, we could, but we're going to do that in a different video. So let's circle back to this side and go as far forward until we can get back to the other side of the ship. We're entering new spaces. This whole area is bar and tables. You can see it's a bar area here. Serve ice cream. It's not the ice cream shop, but there's something, they put food here. They had snacks. I think it was yesterday. There's a nice seating area here. There's a little stage up here that you'll see. You can have like a little single or a duo up here in this area. Oh no, I'm sorry. The other ship, they had the little stage. They don't have the little stage here. Man, but this is where they do it. You can see the microphone cables hanging down there on the ground. So this is where they would put them, but there's no stage on this one. Interesting. I'm just going to walk back and make sure I didn't miss something, because I thought there was just a little stage. Is there one? Nope. But that's where they put them, up there in that corner. Well, there you have it. Maybe the Resilient Lady was the last new ship that had been released. And so I'm assuming they made some upgrades, which is why there was just that little stage right there. We'll ramp up. If you're tall like me, this does feel a little tight. I don't hit my head, but it feels that way. Move back towards the center of the ship. This is where you book your future cruise, right here. Deck 7. Shore excursions are here. Now we can get a little bit onto the right side over here, so we will. DJ hangs up here, permanent DJ stand. I guess if you want to practice mixing yourself, you can do that. Practice stations. This bar back here. The draft house. And the whole seating area here. I wish I knew what refurbishments were done. I wish we'd been on the ship once before and could access our own videos to see what has been upgraded. This also leads to the outside. We're not going to go now, but that leads to the outside. This is actually where we came into the ship from, right here. Ice cream, lick me till I scream. We had people ask us what kind of flavors they have. We will find out tomorrow, but this is it right here. Scoops and flavors. It says red velvet, midnight vanilla, vanilla, 1 scoop, 2 scoop. Choose your flavors. Chocolate, Gier, I can't read that. Malted, strawberry, milkshake, vanilla, and key lime pie. But again, we'll confirm tomorrow.
They had several other flavors. I noticed they had butter pecan.
Again, staying to the right. The pizza place. So if you want a pizza, they have a dedicated pizza restaurant. Real brick ovens. They also have beers and things that you can purchase from behind here. There's a whole eating area outside. Again, we'll do that on a different video. Here's the indoor seating area for the pizza place. Again, that's as far forward as we can go here. You can cut across the midship elevators here, but so we don't miss anything, we'll backtrack towards what I call sort of the center atrium area and come back around. All right, remember, there's sort of the DJ stand, future cruise credit, shore excursions, entries to the inside and outside, and access to the midship elevators and stairs. Back on what I call the left side of the ship, even though technically it's not. So here's the grounds 2.0. This is one of the areas I believe that has been upgraded. What I find interesting, to me, this looks just like the Resilient Lady to me.
I agree. Yeah.
So again, my guess is they learned from their first two ships, and on the Resilient Lady, put some of those things into practice, and now they're going back and updating a little bit. Again, this is your coffee bar. Cool little seating area here. Good place to take some pictures. Here's another place to eat, not a restaurant per se, but this is just a walk up anytime for hot dogs, Reubens, pretzels, popcorn. You want to get floats, whether they have alcohol or non-alcohol, you can get them here. Going back over here, this is the loose cannon. I actually have a jukebox, guys. You can play music, pick your choice. It's kind of cool. As we stay on this side now, there's a little arcade over here. Old school games. Defender, Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Space Invaders, Tapper, Golden Axe, Centipede, Stargate, Dig Dug. All right, over here. Golden Tee, Mortal Kombat, Daytona Championship. These are all old school, man. There's nothing back here. That's just all crew area, but I wanted to show you. You don't see a lot of that old school stuff. Nowadays, you'll have one machine that has every single one of those games inside the one machine.
And then we passed by the cabinet with all the board games too.
Right here.
Yeah.
Sorry. People hang out here. There's some chairs and stuff there. Of course, the tables are back in there. I believe that's the social club.
The social club,
Yeah.
yes.
Men's and women's restroom. Or sorry, men's, just men's. Accessible, non-accessible. Make sure there's nothing around any of the corners. Little shopping area here. Just closed. There's your women. Accessible and regular. Accessible, just press a button, it'll open for you. Little stage back here in the corner. Was mentioning, I can't believe it was earlier in this video or another video. I wish I knew exactly all the upgrades they did. It was in dry dock for 2 to 3 weeks, I think. Not sure what they did or didn't do, but this space to me looks very fresh. So I almost feel like they did something down here. I just don't know if they did. And we're staying back to the right. This can be a little bit confusing. We're in the back of the ship. So here's your aft elevators and stairs. The juice bar here, or you could see. The dock in your whole back area. We'll definitely try to come back here during the day and cover this space during the day so you can see it a little bit better. It's kind of really hard to gauge at night. Plus it's really windy as we're moving. So, but you have big bed-like structures here. In the full back of the ship. This is also a popular hanging area. Created, not produced. Love it. All right, again, reference, we came in there, but circled out, came out that way to show you the back side of the ship. This side of the ship is called the wake. This is their steakhouse. Technically, the restaurant part, as you can see, is down on deck 6, but you actually access it from the back of deck 7 on the starboard side or the right side of the ship. We had dinner here last night. Their steakhouse is one of our favorites. You can get in from deck 6, like for instance, if you have accessibility challenges and you're in a chair or a scooter, you can access it from deck 6. But typically, you're going to the stand up there on deck 7. Hopefully that all made sense. But this is where we ate last night. This is one of their bigger eating spaces. Obviously, their steakhouse is popular. I had the hanger steak last night, which was just absolutely delicious. I do know from asking the waiters from an upgrade standpoint, these structures with the little lights in it, these were not in the old design. This was part of the upgrade. They added these and they changed out some of the carpet. And we actually sat back over there in that corner. And so there is the wake. And I do technically believe we have seen all of the inside part of deck 7. We're going to do the outside in a separate video during the day, so it's easier to see. It's a little bit hard at night to see everything. Let us know what your favorite part is of deck 7 in the comments below. Don't forget, consider hitting that thumbs up button, subscribe, become part of Tall Man Clan. It's free to you. Absolutely nothing, and really does help out the channel. Lisa and I would sincerely appreciate it. Since I'm pretty sure we've done the entire deck 6 until we see, or deck 7, I should say, excuse me. All right, until we see you on another ship or another deck, be safe. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, Lisa and I, we are on the Scarlet Lady. We are on deck 7, as you can see. This is a public space deck. This is where a lot of activity happens. However, there's an outside area to deck 7 as well. We already shot a video with all the inside stuff, but we want to show you the outside stuff so that you can see what it looks like and see if there's maybe a great spot for you to hang out down here. Now, it is a bit wet today, so it's been raining off and on. So the front of the ship is this way, so we're on the port side of the ship. So we'll see if we can go 360. So let's go this way. There are a bunch of different areas to sit at out here around this deck. We're coming up on one of them now. As you can see, that it is wide open to the elements. So on inclement days like today, it's not the best place to be hanging because there's no protection from the weather. There are multiple ways to get to this deck. We're basically in the center of the ship right here, so you can come in this way. I do believe this is where we actually got on when we were in Port of Miami. Nice little area here. It looks like it's shaded, but it's not. They're holy, so the water just comes right through them. This is the outside eating area for the pizza place. If you watched our Deck 7 tour, I made a comment about there's an outside area to eat for the pizza. It's right there. All right, so somebody help me out. You see all these lines here? Is this some sort of newfangled way to play shuffleboard or something? Try to get something in the center circle?
Maybe.
I don't know. It looks like it's a game.
It does.
I've never seen it before, so y'all watching the video, if you know what that is, leave a comment below. All right, as you see, we have now made our way all the way to the back here of Deck 7. There's a really big hangout area back here. I love the bed-like loungers. They have them all over the ship. They actually had them in the terminal as we were getting ready to leave. But a great area out here on the back of Deck 7. Got the very back of the ship here for you guys.
Robert, I'm not sure if you said, I didn't hear you. I was trying not to slip in the wet floor, but this is the dock. This is where they have the Greek food from 3:30 to 5:30.
Gotcha. And where is it served from? Over there?
You just basically will sit down and they have waiters that come around. You can see the servers over here, and they will just take your order and bring your food to you.
Excellent. Get back inside that way. Now, this ship design, even though it's a new design, it's only a few years old. All of Virgin ships are, new because they're a brand new cruise line. They were supposed to start sailing, but the pandemic happened, and so they were prevented from starting. So their first cruises just started post-pandemic, if you will, post-COVID. Oh, by the way, this is the regular shuffleboard.
Yeah.
So what is that other thing? I don't know. Again, if you know what the other thing is, let us know. Most new ship designs, these outdoor spaces here, on the Deck 7s of the ships, if you will. Sometimes it's a Deck 5, but what I guess I'm trying to get at is they're more spacious. There's a lot more gathering space. Like, for instance, up here, this particular area is really neat. Look at that. There's tons of space to lounge around out here, which is really cool. I just don't feel that area back here is space being used as well as this sort of space up here. Does that make sense to everybody? Let us know in the comments what you think. kidding me? They have this roped off up here. Okay, well, as you can see, at least from where I'm standing, there's nothing much really to see here, but they're obviously doing some work, so they have this roped off. So we're gonna skip ahead and try to get to the other side. All right, and poof, just like that, we're now on the other side of the rope. So we'll go this way. And we're back towards the front of the ship. Can we go 360? Inquiring minds want to know. Hello. I don't know. It's looking promising. Yeah, look at that. Oh, this is a little doggy area. So if you have a service animal, this is where you would bring them to do their thing. And it's just that one little area, guys. And there you have it. We have actually gone all the way around now here on the outside of Deck 7. There was a couple of great places to lounge at. There's shuffleboard and maybe some other strange game that I've never seen before that you can play. But I'm also in that we haven't come down here at night. Obviously, it's a port day, so it's quiet on the ship. But these type of spaces, the outside of decks like this, typically tend to be very, very quiet and relaxing. So if you're looking for a little sort of place to get away from the rustle and the bustle, try Deck 7 here on the Scarlet Lady. Until we see you again on another deck or another ship, be safe. Ciao.
Well, there you go. There is all of your Deck 7, the inside and the outside. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And thank you all for the thumbs up as well.
Yes, thank you.
So today here on the Scarlet Lady was a day at sea. Kind of windy, a little bit cooler because we're heading back north. In fact, we're already on the outskirts of Florida. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, we had to stop just during dinner time. We were actually, and I shot some good video, and maybe we'll get to uploading it at some point. We're at the back of the ship, and so we could see the wake of the engine, the props. And then all of a sudden, it started going away. I'm like, we're slowing down, and lo and behold, we had another medical emergency on board, and they pulled right up to the outskirts of Key West, and Coast Guard boat came out and helped in that situation. So.
Thoughts and prayers with everybody involved.
Yep. Hopefully everybody will be okay. Outside that, it was sort of an inside day. The outside was just not pleasant from a temperature standpoint, so not a lot of people gathering on the outside. So everybody was sort of finding their little spaces inside. And so we hung out a little bit. We went to the Opa Hour, the little Greek stuff. I had what looked to be like a little turd on a stick, but it was really good. Did you post those pictures too?
No, I did not. I will, though.
No, we had those. Turd on a stick. It's pretty good. For dinner, last night we actually had Extra Virgin.
Yes.
Which was the Italian place. Want to pull up the menu so we can read through that if you don't mind?
Sure.
We had Extra Virgin last night. Tonight we had The Wake Part 2. We were able to get an exception to the rule, and they booked a second dinner for us. What I mean by that is anything less than 7-day cruises, so 6 days and under, you're only allowed to eat at the restaurants one time. So we asked if we could, because we don't really like the test kitchen, and sure. So
tonight was our second night of the wake.
But we had last night. I had, and all these pictures are already posted on our Facebook group. If you're not part of our Facebook group, just go to Facebook, search Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, and you will find the group. It is a private group, so there are 2 questions there you must answer, or it will decline you. What was your first cruise? And 2, adhering to the rules of the group, which is essentially no spamming and be nice.
Yes.
So last night I had the romaine in frizzy salad, which is essentially a Caesar salad.
It is.
With
It's
some
beautiful.
with a 6-minute egg in there. You had the ribollita, right? And the crispy artichoke?
I had
Cannelloni beans, escargot,
Yes.
salsa verde. Yep, so you had the ribollita
the ribollita was amazing.
and the
Really
crispy
good.
artichoke.
Yes. That
That's-
was good too.
If you're looking at the pictures, that's the thing that's standing straight up. It looks kind of strange. And then we each had a pasta.
Mhm.
I had the pappardelle al ragu, and Lisa had the oxtail.
Mhm.
She didn't necessarily like the oxtail. It was a little on the sweet side. It was a little bit different than we were expecting.
Yeah, I don't like sweet meat, and so it was sweet, and it had. I know there was orange juice in it, so that was probably the sweetness. But it also had a flavor that reminded me of nutmeg. Just not my style. But
Yeah.
as far as the pasta around it and the meat itself, very tender, very good.
The pappardelle was great with the ragu, so definitely recommend that. And then for the main, your choices are eggplant parmesan, grilled Mediterranean sea bass, spatchcocked grilled young chicken, which she had,
Mhm.
and I the braised pork cheek and a porcini rubbed New York strip. That's what I had.
Mhm.
Okay, and chicken was good. It was all great.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. For dessert, I tried all of the
Sorbets.
sorbets. There was like 3 of them, and he's like, "Which one would you like?" Yes. Brought me a glass with each of them. Again, they're all up on the Facebook group.
Funny thing is, he had gotten up for just a moment, and the lady, our server, came over and asked if he wanted 1 or 2 scoops. I says, "Oh, he wants 2, but just bring him 1."
Yeah. So dinner tonight was very much like the other night. Again, we went to the wake. The big difference is where I asked for a double order of clam chowder, so I could at least get 13 spoonfuls out of it. And I got the tomahawk steak, the 32-ounce behemoth. So if you're looking on Facebook, there's 2 pictures of plates that actually look the same. They're not. They're different. Basically, they come to your table with this gigantic piece of meat with the bone still in it, and they carve it up and put it on a plate. Well, it takes 2 plates. It's about 32 ounces, and it was just absolutely, just ridiculously delicious.
Well, the table next to us, they asked if it tasted as good as it smelled. They're like, "I can smell that all the way over here. It's almost, what did he say, a religious experience?"
Yeah,
or
it looks like a
something?"
religious experience, and I looked at him, I go,
Yeah.
"I'm going to church, baby." They laughed, and then they ordered it themselves.
They did. They did.
It is a $75 upcharge, but they gave us $450 to spend on board, so I spent some of their money.
Might as well.
Lord knows the only thing we've spent so far on is some cappuccinos, which actually that comes out of our drink budget, which we have a god awful amount of that,
Yes.
and we bought some T-shirts.
Some resilient Scarlet Lady T-shirts.
Yeah, I know it looks backwards. It's because we're mirror image guys. So I'll just turn this around real fast. There you go.
There we go. Scarlet
There
Lady.
you go. So we got some merch there. So, yeah, fantastic. And that was about that. Tomorrow we're in Bimini. Not sure what to expect. It's going to be cool because it's we're very, very close to the U.S. and that front has passed and passing through, and so there's a lot there.
Yes.
I noticed one question here through the comments. It was Alex. Alex wanted to know if we had seen any of the shows. The reality is no. The shows are either going on when we're eating dinner or going on while we're streaming with you. So we haven't seen any of them. We've seen the atmospheric entertainers, the singles, the duos, the trios. They're all fantastic.
Yeah.
But have not gotten in to see the shows, which always is sits in my craw a bit because that's what I do and that's what I love to see. But it's okay. Something's got to give, so we trade that up.
Mm-hmm.
But excuse me again. Yep, tomorrow day at Bimini, and then we're done. That 6-day cruise. Boom. just like that.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are all being well and safe. I know there's a lot of snow moving through the country right now. I had on just for a little bit one of the YouTube weather guys that I like to watch, and he was doing a live broadcast. And it's a little nasty out there in the U.S. right now.
And
fires
fires
on
and-
certain
yeah.
coast, and just it's all kinds of stuff. So
Yes.
all right. So we did find out a couple answers to questions from previously. In international waters, technically the drinking age is 18, so they don't have to ban anybody or card anybody because it is 18 and up on this ship. So there is that. The other question was about the cost of tattoos. They have a book that you can choose from. Everything in there is $200. If you want anything other than that or custom, that starts at $250.
Correct.
Right? We also what's the dude's name?
Oh,
Did you write it down?
Yeah, I did.
Thank the Lord.
I did.
Thank
Hang
the
on,
Lord.
let
Hang
me
on.
get in here.
Hang on.
Oh. Tiago
Tiago
and Ash.
and Ash. Hello, Tiago and
Yes.
Ash.
Hi, Tiago and Ash.
We put some money down on a future cruise. We didn't pick the cruise yet. But when you do that on a ship, they give you all kinds of extra stuff.
They do.
And so, if you like what the ship that you're on or the cruise line that you're sailing with, always go see those future cruise people while you're on board because you get extra stuff. We got an extra $250 on board credit plus drinking and on top of the other stuff we already get because we're deep blue. So we have no idea where we're going to go, but here's $300 deposit. It just stays there, but that qualifies us for all these extra things that we're doing.
Yes.
So,
which is part of how we got our shirts and
yes. But when we were sitting there with Tiago, we asked him a question. We're like, so do really a lot of people get tattoos while they're in the ship? He's like, oh my God, it is nuts at how many people get tattoos on the boat. And so I made a comment to him, sort of the things that we had been talking about the other night. He says, this is really, more of a personal thing. You do your research and, you gotta have a guy. I mean, or a girl. You just gotta have a person, right? Not just some random dude on a ship because you got drunk and wanted a tattoo. It turns out these guys, they don't bring just anybody on board. And I know Lisa talked a little bit about one of the guys on the Resilient Lady, but he talked about one of the guys here. First of all, they go through this massive vetting process. Yeah. They have to turn in, books of work and things they've done. But in particular, there's one of the 3 artists that are on board here that is the only tattoo artist in Italy who is licensed by George Lucas to replicate and do Star Wars tattoos.
Yes.
So it's not just some random people they're throwing on here to give the tattoos. They are finding and bringing in the absolute top of the top of the top.
Nice top talent.
Yeah. So so tonight after dinner, walking from the back of 7. Anyway, there was 7 people in Squid Ink tonight.
Yes.
2 of them were sit down, and the other 5 were, I don't know if they were done, I don't know if they were waiting, but they were in there. As a side note, you can actually use it, like for instance today we went in and did booked another cruise.
Yes.
And we're going to be getting all this onboard credit. You can actually use that towards getting a tattoo.
Yes.
You don't have to pay extra monies. So any kind of onboard credit you have with Virgin can be used for tattoo if you want to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
So, Alex had made a mention that he had to change his flight because of the snow.
Oh,
Remember,
no.
he's getting on this like Saturday. We're getting off. He's getting on. Just wave.
Yes.
We'll wave to you when
wave
we're getting
at
off the
each other.
ship.
Yes.
True Texan Girl said, did I hear that right? Virgin is 18 and up.
Yes.
That is correct. It started off at 21, but about what was it? Maybe 6 months to a year ago.
Yeah.
About 6 months ago. Yeah, they lowered it down to 18. And so technically in international waters, 18's the drinking age. So they don't have to card anybody.
Exactly.
She's like, my son who is 18 can only drink in Cozumel. Well, you can drink on Virgin. if you're 18 and above. So.
Yes.
Carnival and Royal, True Texan Girl says, is 21 plus. I mean, that's their rules, and I understand why. They're just abiding by sort of U.S. rules, even though they're in international waters. It just saves a lot of hassles.
And that's why I wanted to verify with customer service or sailor services as well, because I know when our daughter was 18, she was able to drink on Carnival. So I wanted to see if anything had changed with that, but no, it is 18. So
Here on Virgin.
yes, on
But
Virgin.
True Texan Girl is saying Carnival and Royal is 21.
Yes. Well, that was several years ago.
That was.
So-
They've probably changed their policy
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that was a long
happens.
time ago.
Yeah.
Well, not a long time ago. It's 7, 8, I don't know.
2018.
It was a while back. It was a while back. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We don't have to get home. We don't have to go home. Not yet, at least. But we are going to get the hell up out of here. Peace.